You know, there are four well-known sources of Islamic Sharia. Not only four, but I said well-known. There are many other when you go to in the subject of Islamic jurisprudence, then there are many subsidiary sources. Four major sources, well-known major sources. One is Quran, number two is Hadith and Sunnah, three is Ijma, consensus of opinion, consensus, and four is Qiyas, that is analogy, that is analogy. Juristic reasoning, this is juristic reasoning, analogy. Ijma is consensus of opinions. Then there are many kinds of ijma and again some kinds of qiyas, analogy. Ijma and qiyas, these both come under the caption of ijtihad. Ijma and qiyas, these two are the two different forms of ijtihad. Ijtihad is juristic reasoning. So qiyas is a form of ijtihad. So this is a juristic effort performed by an individual, mujtahid, individual effort. And ijma is the collective effort. When there is an agreement of the jurists of that time, agreement of Sahaba, agreement of Ummah, agreement of the competent jurists and mujtahideen of that time, of that particular area, even of that particular city, we say ijma of Ahlul Madina. Ijma of Ahlul Madina. The ijma consensus of the people of Medina. Ijma of the people of Makkah, ijma of the people of Kufa and Baghdad, ijma of the people of this part of the world. So these are various categories and kinds and levels. So ijma and qiyas, analogy, these both sources of Islamic Sharia or sources of law, Islamic law, they are the two roots or two branches of ijtihad. And ijtihad is of many kinds. So these two are the kinds of ijtihad. Ijtihad is the basic mode in Islamic law jurisprudence which keeps Islamic laws everlasting, adaptable in all times to come. It keeps it workable, practicable, implementable in all centuries, in all societies, in all areas of the world, in spite of the changing circumstances. And this guarantees the basic spirit of adaptability and reconstructive continuity. Reconstructive continuity of Islamic Sharia. It doesn't make it seized in any time. It makes it adaptable, workable, fulfilling the needs of the changing society, fulfilling the needs of the developing human life. So this is the basic force, the living force, which keeps it fresh, everlasting, ijtihad. Now we are talking of the first two basic sources, Quran and Sunnah. These are known to be the two fundamental sources, basic sources. Ijma and qiyas, the ijtihad, this is the derivative source. This is a derivative thing. A source which is based on the derivative capability. You have to derive certain thing from Quran or from the text of Sunnah. You have to derive it from the text of Quran and Sunnah, or you have to implement it, or you have to extend it for new situation. You have to expand it, you have to extend it, you have to extend its application in order to fulfill the similar but newly emerged situations. Newly emerging legal situations, but they are similar in their nature or in their circumstances or in their legal reasons or their legal effects. So there must be some basis of similarity. Whenever a new similar situation emerges out of the circumstances, you extend the old available law of Sharia up to that and you implement it. This is how the qiyas and ijtihad works. So, but the basic text for every ijtihad, basic text for every ijma, for every qiyas, for every ijtihad, for every subsidiary Islamic source of law, the basic text, the origin, where you have to base where you have to derive from, where you have to get the substance from, where you have to get the basic guidance from, that is the divine revelation. Divine revelation, meaning thereby Quran, text of Quran or text of Sunnah. So Sunnah, the Hadith, this is the basic, one of the two basic and fundamental sources of Islamic law or Islamic Sharia. Al-Hukm al-Shari, this is the book on, but this is just one single point of Islamic jurisprudence, the definition of law. Definition of what is law in Islamic Sharia, just the ingredients of law in Islamic Sharia. Only this single topic has been addressed in this whole book. Al-Hukm al-Shari. Now next edition is coming, that is more detailed and more comprehensive, and I have made it more easy. This is more technical. Now we are diluting it, making it more easy. So this is just on the concept of hukm. Hukm means law, legal value. In fact, hukm means legal value. The law itself. Just here lies the definition of law only. Ingredients of law. This is a good book on Islamic jurisprudence. No book ever written in English or Urdu that much comprehensive, covering all this subject on the definition of law, I think would be available in any part of the world. This is the first book ever written on this subject. There are books in Arabic, all the classical Islamic law, the classical legal scientists and scholars and authorities and Aimma, they have written, and chapters in the books of Islamic Sharia and Fiqh. Chapters are available. But this kind of book, absolutely on just one topic, taking one, is one of the unique books